Hey, what's up, world? This is Sway. I'm on my way to Platinum Studios in Midtown, New York. This is where a lot of the artists went to make their albums, record songs. It was just a hangout hub. So right now we're gonna meet up with Mack Wilds, who plays DeeVee, who's a producer in the series The Breaks. And we're gonna meet up with the legendary Pete Rock, arguably the best hip hop producer to ever come out of the culture. And we're gonna break down how he made his music. What did he make it with? How did he create songs like Troy, They Reminisce Over You? Classic song. How was he able to structure the song? How did he make the hook? How did he make the verses? And what did he make it with? What was the machines he was using? Hopefully we're gonna make some magic today. So let's jump out this car, man, and get it poppin'. You see where we are right now? Platinum Sound. This is where the legends come to record. Come on, follow me. I'm gonna introduce you to a legend. What up, family?
What up, bro?
What's up, okay? Good to see you. Pete Rock in here?
Yep, right, okay.
Okay. Man, we in Platinum Studios right here, man. This is a legendary place in the 90s.
It
a
is.
lot of magic moments.
Jerry
took place.
Wonder, right?
Jerry Wonder. Wyclef.
I used to hang out here.
Yeah, Fugees, Busta
Lauryn Hill,
Rhymes.
yep.
I was in here with Kanye once, listening back to music.
Yeah.
Well, we got Mack Wilds here, man. Good, man, thank you for joining me, man.
No problem.
Come on, DeeVee from The Breaks.
That's nephew right there.
That's nephew, Pete Rock, the legendary.
Yeah.
Pete,
What up?
Chocolate Soul Brother.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
Man, I thought we had this conversation because, number one, Mack Wilds, you put out a beautiful mixtape, New York a Love Story, and,
Yes.
and on it, Pete, you work with him,
Yes.
right? It was themed around a lot of 90s music, right?
Yeah. I just kept on thinking like, yo, there's no music in the market to me that felt like New York anymore. Like I was in LA listening to music, like I need some music that makes me feel like I'm back home. So me and Salam started digging, and I remember Salam was like, yo, I got an idea. Let's do the R&B version of Illmatic. I was like, I'm with it.
It's a classic album. It's actually not saying that because I'm on it.
We got one of the architects,
Right here.
the main ingredient.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Yes.
When we were starting to work on The Breaks, one of the characters, like with DeeVee, like the two people that I tried to put together to make DeeVee was Pete and Primo. Like, I wondered, like, what would that, like, that kid be like?
Wow.
Yeah, like with sprinkles of Q-tip in it.
We were on the West Coast and we used to, love coming to New York because in the 90s, because you could go into a studio and you might see Big in there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
bumping into artists.
Can you tell us, describe a scene you walked into and it's just like the who's who of hip hop in the 90s?
Well, Green Street was a place where actually DJ Muggs worked, I worked, a Bomb Squad, Pete Lee producers worked. So cats was always in and out, in and out. Sometimes you would see Prodigy and Havoc come through. Wow. Just like everybody.
I sometimes wish I was born in that era because there was the camaraderie. Nowadays, everybody raps, everybody sings, everybody does it in their crib. Where back then, if you knew somebody who knew somebody, you might be able to meet Pete Rock. Like nowadays, it's like you gotta hit somebody up on a tweet or try to call somebody to call somebody, go to their crib. It's different.
I like physical presence. There's nothing better than that.
When you guys did Mecca and the Soul Brother, you created some of the most legendary songs in hip hop history. How does the process work building a Pete Rock song? Does it start with a sample? Break it down, cause
I'm a little crazy because it could start anyway.
Uh-huh.
It could start just drums. It could start like, I basically started a lot of my beats with drums, of course.
Okay.
You know, that was what I loved doing the most because I used to practice making drums, kick, snare, hi-hat, dramatics. I used to call what I did.
I know what you made in your early days of producing wasn't what you made as you start developing as a producer. What's important to remember, you think, when structuring a song?
Rest in peace to my cousin Heavy D. He lived by that. This is how you put your ducks in order. And then Eddie F taught me how to, program. And once I learned how to program, I was like, all right.
Back in the day, we used to use an old school sequential and then we had a rolling 808, and then we started growing, you know, and then I think everybody got on the SD1200.
Yeah.
How important was technology?
Technology was everything. I've learned from watching, you know, when I was with Hev, you know, when I'd be in a Marley session or Teddy Riley session or a Highway T session, just soaking up everything. What's that? What did he just do? I was that kid. Once you're used to working with sounds, you can create a snare like with a pot and a spoon, and, you know what I mean? You know, you gotta be smart, you know, when it comes to sound.
Boy, you don't know nothing about no Jack Ashford. Man, this takes me back.
So what was your first drum machine?
The SB12. Well, actually the Dr. Rhythm.
This
little
Rhythm,
gray with blue buttons. Played with that. I graduated from that. TR-808, the Oberheim DX. That was like the show.
Yeah,
you know, Dougie
yeah.
Fresh, shakers, and the 909, rolling 909, and then the SP12, not 1200,
the 12.
I got it for free. Eddie F was like, yo.
Eddie F, man. For those who don't know, Eddie F produced
Heavy D and the Boys.
Heavy D and the Boys. In the breaks, there's a parts where the character right, is trying to write and create. Hooks are important when you create these songs. Especially in the 90s, man. How did y'all learn how to make hooks, and what have you learned about making hooks?
One of the biggest things that I love to do is songwriting. Learning how to break down a song, the structure of a song, and then knowing when to stick to a structure or to just say F it and do what you want to do. But hooks are sometimes the most important part of the entire song. It's what hooks them. Literally, what hooks the people. It keeps them in.
That's why it's called hook.
Exactly.
Yeah. When did you learn how important the hook was? Was it a standout song that made you go, oh?
Yep, listening to Marley Marl, you know, DJing hooks, scratch hooks.
Have you ever tried to do like a hook?
What?
You know, like a hook, like something that goes in between everything so it doesn't sound like you just going on and on and on. I mean, people like to sing along.
It was a time where the creativity was just coming out of the air.
Yeah.
It was like magic, man, because, you know, when you making hot music, you know, everything else is easy.
I mean, my man T was talking about this. He brought up a good point. There are a few songs, man, that in hip-hop history, The Message is one of them.
Yep.
People would say arguably are the greatest songs that hip-hop ever made. Troy is one of them. How did you gather yourself to put that song together? And then who was T-Roy?
I think God knew how special Troy was to me, obviously, you know, because, you know, I bawled out when I heard the news. You know, I have called hysterically. That was the worst day of my life, man. And now that Hev is gone and, you know, I lost plenty of folks, you know, it just gets you right here.
Every time.
And the lyrics to
CL, I don't know
Smooth.
Somebody need to ask him what was he on.
No, seriously.
When he was writing that, because he wrote something that everybody could feel, because it's like, you know, Troy was family. It was straight magic, and I swear I thought God was in the room when I was doing it. You know what I'm saying?
He was.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to DeeVee, the producer, as a mentor, as a producer mentor? He's DeeVee right now. So what you want to tell DeeVee?
I would tell DeeVee nothing, because I already see who he is.
Yes.
He's an actual fan of the music, which is very, very key. And everything else will fall into place. When I'm watching a superhero movie and I'm saying, I wonder if the producer's a real comic book fan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same for him with the music.
What would you like to say to Pete Rock, DeeVee? You got to sit here with the legend.
With the legend himself, right?
Yeah. What you gonna take back to next time you go in the studio?
Thank you for showing me the way.
No, come on, brother. Each one teach one.
Exactly.
Teach one, Pete. I love you, brother.
Love you too, man.
Come on, man. More work to do,
Always,
baby.
always,
Okay.
always,
All right,
always,
Mack
always.
Wilds. I love you,
sir.
baby.
Love you
All
too,
right.
man, you know it.
Okay.
Yes.
The breaks.
Breaks.